Listen to that sweet, sweet music. Oh. Oh, yeah. So good. Oh, so good. Oh. This voice sounds inappropriate. Yeah. Hey, Chad, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Need some water. Okay. You know what's happening, right? I don't need to explain it, do I? I feel like I say this at the start of every stream. But that just means I'm consistent. Yeah, we're playing Doki Doki Blue Skies. Because it's cool. By the way, next Friday, karaoke stream. It's happening. Yeah, it's 7. So be there for that. Okay. That's like all I got. Let's just hop into the game. The music's so loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but it's loud for me. I'm gonna turn it down more. Okay, last time we played, alright? We, look, MC fucked up, okay? He really fucked up, alright? We started Act 3, which is where everything goes well and the story has a happy ending, you know what I mean? Except not really. What happened was... First day back to school... MC gets asked by Yuri if we'll walk home with her, and for some fucking reason we say yes. Ugh. And ever since then, there's been a push and pull back and forth, where Sayori is jealous of Yuri whenever we spend time with her. And MC keeps spending time with her. Which, you know, like, you should be allowed to spend time with your friends, right? But Yuri clearly likes us. And you gotta say no to that. You gotta set boundaries, and MC is not, and it pisses me off. It sucks. That's basically what happened last time. That's the long and short of it. The very last thing we did was, we were hanging out with Yuri. By the way, I took the compressor off of my mic. Because I noticed that I kept getting cut off in parts whenever I would yell. So it's off now. And whatever how that rots, bring it on. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, anyway, so the last time we left off, we were hanging out with Sayori. And then Yuri shot us a text message saying, hey, you want to come, you want to talk about the book I lent you? And we were like, I haven't read much of it yet. I think there's a movie. You want to come watch the movie with us? And went about as well as you could imagine. Yeah. Let's just jump back into the game, I guess. Oh yeah, now I guess today's the first day of therapy, maybe. Neat. Okay. As my eyes slowly open, I can't help but feel nervous about how today will go. I can only imagine how nervous Sayori must be. Brain. I can only imagine how nervous Sayori is. It's such a big step for her too. I just hope it goes well. I hope my time travel didn't kick me in the butt. I time traveled and changed this decision. Oh shit, we're gonna end up hanging out with Yuri, aren't we? Because I'm not at therapy with Sayori. I'm gonna end up being with Yuri. Fuck! I didn't consider that as a possibility. That's totally what's gonna happen, isn't it? I'm a fool! Damn it! Alright. After hopping out of bed, I stop my morning routine, trying to think of a good way to keep me occupied until her session is over. Should have gone with her. As I'm trying to distract myself on my computer, my mind wanders over to how Sayori must be doing right now. As I've never needed it myself, I have absolutely no clue what therapy's like. It's very awkward. I feel a little uneasy, given seeing as I'm putting all of my faith in someone I've never met before. So much uncertainty. Still so much I don't know about her depression. With the pang of guilt, I remember how there were a few years where we didn't talk at all. And those were the years where she probably needed me the most. I merely rubbed my face, growing even more impatient for her session to end. The doorbell rings, and upon opening the front door, I'm greeted with Sayori, looks of uncertainty and nervousness plastered on her face. I should have gone with her. After a quick kiss, I eagerly lead her back to the sofa. I don't want to be too pushy, but I can't really stand the wait any longer. So, how did it all go?
It was okay, I guess.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all, but I have to time travel again. Back to the future. I'll join you at therapy. Excuse me, everyone, while I time travel. God gave me this power, and God damn it, I'm going to abuse it! It's a future. We go back. New timeline. The timeline has been restored. This was the option we picked the first time anyway, so, you know, whatever. As my eyes slowly open, I can't help but feel nervous about how today will go. Hey, Pinguino. You missed it. We just time traveled. Like, we time traveled the last stream too, but we time traveled again just now to fix it, because I realized I fucked up. Anyway, as my eyes slowly open, I can't help but feel nervous about how today will go. I can only imagine how nervous Sayori is. It's such a big step for her, too. I just hope it goes well. Hey, Sayori! Ready to get going?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Apparently she's a little quiet and not quite as chipper as she usually is. The journey to the clinic is a quiet one. Thankfully, it's only a short walk away. Well, that was interesting. Her therapist was incredibly patient and empathetic, never once being insensitive with his questioning. He spent the majority of the session getting a picture of her current life situation, to which Sayori was generally compliant. I think that after she told me about her depression, it might have become a little bit easier to talk about it, given I was the first person she confessed to. She didn't look entirely comfortable, but after a few reassuring smiles from me, she was able to answer his questions. Oh, thank God. Okay, I almost made a terrible mistake. Oh, okay. The session passed by relatively quickly, and before we knew it, it was already over. Sayori is quiet as she breaks the silence.
I've heard a few horror stories about people who get really insensitive therapists. And I was really scared that he'd be one of them. But he was really patient, so that could have gone a lot worse.
She trails off into silence. I'm really proud of you, Sayori. I know that must have been really hard for you to deal with how confusing all this can be. It really does make me happy that you're doing this.
I'm glad to hear that, Steph G. I really am. By the way, can we spend the rest of the day together? I don't want to go home just yet.
Of course we can. Cuddling up on the couch it is! Bro, I'm so into Mandela Effect just because you used to recommend a Mandela Effect video. Oh yeah, Berenstain Bears. The Berenstain Bears. It's impossible that a bunch of people just happen to misremember Berenstain Bears as Bernstein Bears. No, it must be that we're in the alternate timeline. To be fair, as a kid, I remembered it as Bernstein Bears too, but I was also a very stupid kid. Anyway, the Mandela Effect's cool though. After swinging by the shops to get some snacks, we find ourselves back in our typical cuddling spots. God, I love this relationship. It's rather quiet between us, given, I suppose, after the therapy session. There's a lot to take in for both of us. Tagging along to the session raised so many questions in my mind, though. Now is the best time to ask them, though. Hey, Sayori?
Yeah?
Why don't we play something?
We don't have enough people for a board game, though.
Nah, I don't mean board games. Remember when we used to play video games together when we were kids? I've always found video games to be as a really good way to escape reality. Last year when I was really lonely, I found it helped to take my mind off things. Plus, there's some games I have that I think you might enjoy. I remember J.C. Penney is J.C. Penney. Oh, yeah. Never thought about that. That's true. She sits up.
Sure, that could be fun. What games are you thinking of?
As it turns out, I still have some of those games we used to play. Yeah! Do you remember Banjo-Kazooie?
Ooh, the one with the bear?
Haha, yep, that's the one. He's in Smash now. Let's give it a whirl. As I was hoping, gaming has proven to be a wonderful way to get her mind off therapy. God, okay, all I hope for right now is that this does not come back to bite us in the ass. That's all I want right now. All I want. That's what I want. She's truly lost in the colorful, immersive world with her face scrunched up in determination. That looks real determined right there. She looks like she's about to piss her pants and cry. At first, she wasn't very good at the game, struggling with the controls, getting lost, and generally being unsure of what she's meant to do. Although, after a few pointers from me, she really started to pick up... She really started to pick it up and was soon getting the hang of it. If I had more determination, I would make a compilation of, like, once this game is fully played through and we got through Yuri and everyone else, I want to do, like, a compilation of, like, all of the tongue slip-ups I do, and I'm just like, ooh. Sayori can be really good at things when she puts a mind to it. It's almost uncanny how skilled she can be, especially as it contrasts against the airheaded vibe she can give off.
Aha! I knew I'd find the jigsaw piece there.
It's a jiggy! Look, you're not going to take this seriously. I'm going to take it away, okay? Take this shit seriously, Sayori. I mean it. God. Fool. I laugh. She's having a great time, and it's heartwarming to see her so happy. Even if it's over just a video game, nothing will ever beat seeing Sayori smile. You'll never know just how cute you are, Sayori.
Huh?
Just seeing you happy makes me so happy. They get a little mushy sometimes, and that bothers me. I'm not okay with that. I don't like sharing my feelings. I don't want to think about my emotions and how I feel. And I swear that nothing will ever change that.
Aww. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but where did all of this come from?
Truth be told, I'm not really sure. Being with her in the therapy room just now was quite eye-opening for me. Not just because I got to see how therapy works, but because... Well, because it's really dawning on me now that she has depression, and that this is something we can't deal with alone. We made the right call. I made the right call the first time. I gotta trust myself more. Ever since the Natsuki playthrough, I doubted myself. Like, when we did Natsuki playthrough and I got not a good ending, not the best ending, I got just, like, the okay ending, and I doubted myself, and I changed every decision I made. And I ended up just getting the next step down as an ending. When for the best ending, literally the only thing I screwed up was the last choice. That was the only thing I fucked up. I need to just trust myself, man. Anyway, it's done. Every week she has depression. Of course, I believed him when she said she was depressed back in November, but... well, meeting the therapist and watching him do his job really drove the point home. Ugh, why am I gassy? I'm obviously really glad she's seeking help, but it made me think. She's been depressed for a long time, and I've only recently come back into her life. So, what was life like for her when how we weren't friends? Probably awful and super lonely.
Sefchi? Are you there? You're looking kind of sad. What's up?
Her bright smile does nothing for my guilt. I'm sorry, Sayori.
What are you sorry for, silly?
We've only probably begun to hang out not too long ago, right? Since September?
Yeah?
She pauses the game and sets the controller down, sensing the urgency in the situation. And you've been depressed for so many years. But I wasn't there for you. We drifted apart all because of what? Because I was an idiot who prioritized gaming and anime over you? I can't even imagine how hard things were for you when we weren't talking.
Sefchi, none of that is your fault.
She gently takes my hands in hers. And part of me thinks that, well, had I made more of an effort with you back then, perhaps you're...
Us drifting apart didn't cause me to be depressed, Sefchi. Truthfully, I don't really know why I developed depression. There's a lot I don't know about my condition, but one thing I know is that it doesn't really need a reason. That's what my doctor said the last time I tried therapy. So please, don't you ever think that you somehow contributed to my depression, okay? You're like the polar opposite. When I'm with you, I'm happy. You make me feel like I'm actually worth something, even though my brain tries really hard to tell me that you're lying.
Yeah, but that's in the present. What about in the past, when there were years where we didn't hang out at all?
I actually had this conversation with Monica once. It's normal for friendships to be like that, I think. You can go a long time without talking to someone, but if you reconnect with them and you both get along, as if nothing ever happened, did anything really change?
I paused upon hearing her words. I guess she does have a point. But I'm finding it hard to internalize. She reaches forward and strokes my face, gently lifting my chin up so we maintain eye contact.
The way I see it, we get along just as well now as when we did as kids. Besides, what happened in the past was the past. If anything, the time apart made me appreciate the time I do spend with you even more.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, Sayori. I really am. It's just... well, you going to therapy today made me realize the reality of depression, and it made me reflect on how much I've been absent in your life. I, didn't mean to spring this on you out of the blue like that. Especially when you wanted to take your mind off therapy. It was pretty inconsiderate of me.
It's okay, it really is. I'm just glad we can talk these things out, you know? You've been really patient with me, so it's the least I can do for you. And I'd much rather we talk about whatever bothers you. And I'd much rather we talk about whatever bothers you than you bottling it up. After all, bottles are meant to be shared, right?
I can't help but laugh. That was clever. If you say so.
I do. Seriously, Sefchi, please don't blame yourself for anything, okay? I've been much happier ever since you came back into my life. I wouldn't have been able to go to therapy if you weren't with me. And like you said, well, I agree. It is a big step to take.
There's a faraway look in her eyes as she ponders the next words.
I'd gone so many years thinking that this was something I'd have to bear alone. But I have to admit that it's nice not having to go through this by myself.
I made the right call. I made the right call. I made the right call. Thank God. We almost fucked that up. She squeezes my hand.
Besides, we can't really change the past, can we?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You really do have such a big heart, you know that? Nothing ever changed with you.
And that's never going to change. It's moments like these that really bring about a warm, fuzzy feeling inside of me. I've never felt anything like this before, but it feels so right.
Now, I think we have some jigsaws to collect.
Of course. Let's get back to the game, shall we? She reaches for the controller and starts playing once more. Within seconds, we're whisked away into a world of childhood memories. The feel of her warmth in my arms, the sound of her innocent laughter, and the smell of her hair. Okay, it's official. If it wasn't official before, it is now. We have a smell fetish. Like, we absolutely do. That little voice of guilt remains, but it's now easier to ignore it. I am saving over you. This is the best timeline.
Wow, it's super late already! And tomorrow's a school day as well. No fun.
Tell me about it. Wait. Carlix wasn't here to remember. Okay, thank God. Carlix was not here to remind me this time, but thankfully, censor nudity, still on. Tell me about it. Monday mornings are the absolute worst. Not even Sakurai can save them.
I just want another break.
We just had our Christmas one.
I know. Oh well. Anyway, I should get going.
Aw, leaving so soon? My attempt at pulling puppy dog eyes causes her to laugh and shake her head.
But it's late!
I reach toward her and pull her into an embrace. In a playful attempt to stop her from leaving, I push her back down into the sofa, wrapping my arms tightly around her body. You fall into my grand trap. Now there's no escape.
Oh, you caught me! Whatever can I do?
Nothing. My mastermind plan is absolutely foolproof.
Is it Sayori proof?
What do you... Her lips meet mine, and immediately I'm taken away into another world. Man, it's almost scary how powerful the sensation is whenever we kiss. No fair.
Are you complaining? If you'd prefer, I could just...
Her tone is innocent and playful.
Not kiss you again?
That wink. I love this. It's great. I think it's original, too. The eye looks a little different for some reason. Or it's possible that, it's actually, now that I'm looking at it, no, what they did, I think what they did is they actually, like, took her normal smiling face, they, like, cut it in half, like, right around here, and then this is just her face when she's, like, got her eyes closed. She's got, like, you know, this is her yay face, and just did half and half. I like that. That's clever. Hey, I didn't say that! Okay, you win. But there's one thing you didn't prepare for.
Oh, and what could that be?
I quickly boop her on the nose.
Boop. Oh! Surprise sneaky boops aren't allowed!
Oh, but surprise sneaky kisses are.
You had me trapped! It was just self-defense!
So is my boop.
This isn't over, meaty.
Looking forward to our rematch then. I reach over and check my phone. It's almost midnight. As much as I hate to admit it, we probably should call it a day. Although, having said that... Hello, Carlix. I think you've come at a beautiful time. An idea just popped into my mind. Okay, Sayori. How about... Just gonna go over here real quick and pop a save right there. We have to. We have to. Oh, unless it's a mistake. But I want to... Even if this is a mistake, I just want to see what happens. I assume this is probably wrong. This is probably a bad idea, but I have to know. Let's make mistakes. Let's make mistakes. Why don't you stay the night?
Here?
That way we can also make breakfast tomorrow morning before you school.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Where would we sleep, though?
Well, I was thinking I could take the sofa and you could have my bed. Aww, man.
Nuh-uh, there's no way I'm letting that happen. You can sleep with me!
Hey! Hey! Yeah! There's an awkward silence for a second, made slightly comical by the fact Sayori hasn't realized the implications of her words.
Oh! Sorry! I didn't mean it like that! You know what I meant. Anyway, I'm just gonna get my stuff from my place, so I'll be back in a second.
Alright. Ooh. After completing my bedtime preparations, I wearily slide into bed, thinking about the conversations that took place today. What day is it today? In the game? I have no freaking clue. I'm guessing Sunday, because we have school tomorrow. And they said it's a Monday. If you're talking about what day it is day for me, it's Wednesday. In real time. In real time, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, the day after is Friday, and then next Friday is karaoke stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. There's been a lot to take in, I suppose. Ever since Sayori became my girlfriend, there's always been a nagging fear that I'm getting into something that's way beyond me. Going to therapy has helped dispel that worry, though. Today was relatively smooth, and I'm hoping that doesn't change. Faintly, I hear the click of the front door, followed by footsteps.
I'm just gonna go get changed and then I'll join you.
As Sayori approaches the bed, I can't help but notice how nice her legs look in those shorts. Won't you be cold in those pajamas?
Nope. I have you to warm me up, remember?
It's 28th for me. Damn. AKA my mom's B-day. Did you just say birthday? Hold on. Hold on there. Hold on there just a gosh dang second. Happy birthday, Mom! Happy birthday, Mom! You've earned it. 44 years! 44 years! Yeah! Okay, back to the stream. Back to the game. Let me just mark that real quick. Happy B-Day. I'll leave that tilde there by accident because it looks appropriate. Okay. Never mind that the game was windowed right there. Boop. Music back. Where we had the volume? Like, here-ish? Can you guys hear that music okay? Is that loud enough? I think it's loud enough. Okay. Back to game.
I have you to warm me up, remember?
I'm suddenly very grateful that I have the blanket covering my body. She slides in next to me, pulling the blanket over herself. Slowly, she inches over to me and positions herself so that the top of her head lies just below my chin. Resting her head on my chest, she looks up at me, moves in for a quick kiss, and giggles. Sayori, don't be creepy. She's not being creepy. She's being seductive. At such proximity, I can hear her heartbeat. Her hands feel soft and warm against the fabric of my shirt. She's incredibly warm, but it isn't overbearing in the slightest. On instinct, I wrap my arm around her body and rest my face atop her hair. Good night, Sayori. I plant a kiss on her forehead.
Good night, Sefji.
Aww. Here's the thing, truth be told, I'm glad it didn't end with sex. Aww. I'm not happy anymore. It's less cute now. Suddenly, I'm pulled out of my sleep by what appears to be sobbing. As I slowly fight the grogginess, I am also aware of a slight dampness on my chest. They go to bed at 12 a.m. while I'm watching this at 1 a.m. Sorry, man. Oh, later night streams are good because more people can come see them, potentially. I hate it when Sayori has a nightmare. The feeling of powerlessness, the sound of her tears, the look of anguish on her face, it always hits hard.
Why can't you hear me? I need you. Come back. Please come back.
Sayori? I gently shake her. Shh, Sayori, it's okay. I'm here. It's okay. I hold her. She carries on whimpering. She clings to me even harder, shaking with fear. I can only imagine what's going on inside her head. I fumble for my phone. The blinding glare tells me that it's 7:01. Sad Sayori. Sad Sayori just hits hard. I think I said this on a Blue Sky stream before, but seeing Sayori sad is like seeing a sad puppy. It's like, it should never exist, and it must be corrected immediately. Protect.
Sefji?
It's me, Sayori. You were just having a nightmare. Don't worry, I've got you. I stroke her hair softly as her crying subsides.
That was horrible.
What happened? She takes deep breaths and composes herself.
Everything was so dark. You, Yuri, Monica, Natsuki, you were all there. But whenever I tried to talk to you, it was like there was an invisible bubble around me. None of you could hear me, but there was this shadowy figure that kept talking to me.
I'm gonna punch that dude in the face. Fresh tears fill her eyes once more.
And it kept saying horrible, horrible things. It told me that I was useless, and that everyone would be so much better off if I wasn't around. That you'd be much happier with Yuri. That therapy is pointless, and I'm just fighting a losing battle. It's nothing more than false hope, no matter how hard I try to believe otherwise.
She sniffles.
I tried calling out to you, to the girls, to anyone. But it was just me and the voice, tormenting me, telling me everything that I've been trying so hard not to believe. It felt so real, Sefji, so real. Just when I thought things might have a chance of being okay again. I hate this. Why can't I just be normal? And it's already 7. I'm sorry, Sefji, I just can't go to school today.
It's okay. I won't go either.
Huh? But what about...
I couldn't care less about that. There's no way in hell that I'm going to leave you alone after what you just experienced. I can miss the odd day off of school. It's fine. Now I'm questioning if we did the right thing again. Because on the one hand, I'm here for her. But on the other hand, I'm worried that she might see herself more and more as a burden because I'm trying to help her so much. God, I don't know. Why? This game does such a good job at pulling on my heartstrings, and I love it! She opens her mouth to protest, but upon seeing the steely resolution on my face, she reluctantly abates. I'll get you some water. Be back in a second.
I don't know why I'm like this, FG. Why is it that something as stupid as a little nightmare makes me feel this bad? I was hoping that finally there was a light at the end of the tunnel. But that was just naive of me, wasn't it? It's okay. You don't have to say anything, FG. I know you might feel like you have to say some magical words to make me feel better, but all you have to do is listen. What really hurt me was that voice telling me that you'd be much better off with Yuri as your girlfriend. I'm trying really hard to believe that I'm a good girlfriend and that I'm worth your time, but those doubts are always there in the back of my mind. I know you never break my trust, but I just wish I could convince my stupid brain to see it the same way. And it's so unfair because I can see how hard you're trying. Please believe when I say it. I really appreciate you, Sefchi. I'm just so scared it might all be for nothing.
What do you mean?
Well, what if I never get better? What if I'm always going to be like this? My pieces are all broken. You're trying so hard to put them back together, but what if you can't? What if you can't put them back together because some of them are gone?
I don't have an answer for that.
I hate feeling like this. Feeling like I've lost something that'll never go back, no matter how good your support or how well therapy goes. I can't remember the last time I wasn't so tired, Sefchi. That's the worst part about depression. The exhaustion that never goes away. An exhaustion that sleep can never fix. The only good thing about sleep is that it's an escape from my mind, at least for a few hours.
It all hits home so hard because it's all so true.
Well, when I don't have nightmares. And I'm just so tired of it all.
Tears slowly start leaking down her face once more. Her face looks utterly resigned.
I wish that I could just wake up one day and actually have hope.
She faces me with a sad smile. Her cheeks glisten with tears.
Actual, genuine hope. A hope that maybe, just maybe, things might be okay.
No, don't say that, man. Don't be like that. She needs to be home right now. She needs this. Like, if I have been at this low, just like she is right now, and I've forced myself to go to school, and you hate it. Nothing gets done. It's just awful. It's not worth it. Because even if you go to school, like, no work will get done.
Just when I begin to think that could be true, days like these happen. I hate these days. I hate these days so much. Therapy's already hard enough, and these nightmares make me feel like what little progress I've made has been reset. All of the doubts that I try so hard to keep in check break free, and they're merciless.
I wipe away a few of her tears and gently grasp her hands in mine. We will get through this together, Sayori, just like I said. I don't care how long it takes or what we have to endure. That's a promise. but I'm never going to stop until we see this through. Yeah, I'm starting to doubt myself again, too. I'm starting to question if this is the right thing to do. I wonder, because just like with Natsuki, the right thing to do, spoilers for the Natsuki route in Blue Skies, the right thing to do with Natsuki in the end is to just, like, trust her to take care of it herself. Like, obviously, you have to be there for her when you can, but you have to also, you know, you can't try to play hero with her. Anyway, as she looks away, why does it feel like I never get through to her? I have to try to stay positive, for both of our sakes. Even though seeing her like this is one of the most demoralizing things on the planet. No matter what, you'll never be alone in dealing with this. And if your pieces are broken, we'll create new ones. I think it's bad end. I sure hope not. I don't like how she cuts me off right here. I can imagine how hard it is for you.
Really, Sefchi? How can you possibly know what it's like to feel how I'm feeling? Exactly, you don't. You don't know what this feels like. The constant numbness, the constant feeling that no matter what I do, the shadow will always be here. Crying myself to sleep, waking up in tears, having to fake everything because you're terrified that people will see the real you.
I've seen the real you, and
you're still here, and you're still trying to help. I get it. I really do. I know you're trying to help, but it's hard to see your encouragement as anything more than just empty words. This isn't something you can just fix just by saying the right stuff.
I think you're right, Carlix. I think we have bad end. She burst into tears once more.
As much as I wish it was.
I scoop her into a hug. She tries to push me away initially, but I hold firm, holding her closer to my chest. She eventually gives in and sobs unrestrainedly into my chest.
I'm scared, Sefchi.
I whisper softly in her ear as I gently stroke the back of her head. I know. I know. I'm scared too. We both fall silent, with only the sounds permeating the room being the sound of her anguished cries. Sayori? She mumbles into my chest. I'm sorry if I say the wrong things. I just don't know what the right things to say and do are. This whole thing is just totally alien to me, and after you told me that my words are pretty much empty, well, I'm starting to doubt everything. She winces slightly as she bites her lip.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It came out much harsher than I intended. I want to believe what you say, I really do. I know that I shouldn't feel jealous and that I shouldn't compare myself to the other girls. I want to believe all of the lovely, reassuring things you say to me. But I can't. I know that what you're saying makes sense. It's just... internalizing it is a whole nother story. It's not your problem. It's all on me, being unable to get over this stupid thing.
Depression isn't just a stupid thing, though. It's a...
I know it's much more than that, Sepchi. I just can't help how angry it makes me. I just want to be normal, like everyone else. It's like I'm not in control of my own body. The depression is the one that chooses my mood for the day. It chooses how I react to things and what I say. Like the day you made me breakfast. I really wish that I was appreciative from the start instead of being irritated that you were in my room so early. It's so unfair. And I keep going on and on about it and...
Don't ever apologize for venting about your depression, Sayori. I know that my words probably don't sound as reassuring and helpful as I want them to be, but one thing that'll never change will be my willingness to listen. You've been battling this alone for so long. It's only fair that I can be a shoulder to cry on. Problem shared is a problem halved, right? Well, it's obviously not that simple in this case, but it's something. She sniffles and nods slowly. Stonks.
It does help to at least be able to talk about it.
That's something then.
Having you around, as much as I don't think I deserve your support, it does make a difference.
That makes me happy then.
Really?
Yeah. It might not be a huge help, but it's still some help, surely? She pauses to reflect.
Yeah, I guess so.
She nods and shifts herself so that her head lies in my lap. Once she settles, I start absent-mindedly stroking her hair. This is the part where this comes through. Whether or not this was the right call. My mom told me there would be days like these.
Hmm?
Oh, well, back in November after a fight, I was a bit lost. I didn't know who to turn to, so I asked my mom for advice.
What did she say?
She said if you date someone with depression, you'll have good days, like the ones we've had before, and bad days, like today, I guess. Sayori falls silent once more. She looks a little reflective, and thankfully doesn't seem to mind that I told Mom about her condition. Yes.
Does she have depression herself?
Nope. She dated someone who had it in the past. It's kind of spooky how accurate her advice was.
What was it?
She told me about how important it is to be patient and understanding for a start.
Which you have been.
I don't know. I still have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't really know if I'm saying or doing the right things. I thought I was, but after you told me that my words are just empty, I'm starting to doubt everything. Stop saying that, Sefji. Stop being a dumb. A lot of regret flashes across her face.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. For what it's worth, you've been a great boyfriend, Sefji. It's just not fair on you. Your heart has always been in the right place, and you put up with my moods.
Well, that's reassuring to hear at least.
And all I can do in return is snap at you for the smallest of things.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Mom did warn me. And being honest with you, it's times like these that make me realize just how serious depression is. But I'm glad I got the wake-up call sooner rather than later. Neither of us really know what we're doing, but at least we have each other, right? It's also our first relationship, so we've really been fighting an uphill battle from the start. I've definitely enjoyed my time with you so far, and you think I'm a good boyfriend, so we could be doing a lot worse.
I don't know. Could we? I feel like our relationship has just been you putting up with me. Do we have a future together?
Ow. Her words cut deep. It cuts deeper when she says it with a smile like that, knowing that she has these doubts, especially this early on. What do you think? Honest question.
I don't know.
Do you want us to have a future together?
Yes.
So do I.
But what about when we start our last year in school? Or when we leave school? What if you go to university and I don't? What if...
Sayori, listen to me. Let's just take a relationship one day at a time, okay? You could probably drive yourself crazy by trying to predict the future. Do I know if we'll be together in a year? Truthfully, I don't. I have no clue what life will be like after school, but there's no point worrying about it now because it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
She gives a short, humorless laugh.
Glad that one of us can think rationally.
Nah, remember how I thought we'd let a spirit loose in the classroom back in October? That was the polar opposite of rational.
I really enjoyed that day. It was nice to dress up in silly costumes and scare each other. A real throwback to our childhood.
Definitely a highlight of the year, along with Christmas. There's something really satisfying about seeing someone light up when they unwrap a present you've got them. I have the photo you gave me in my room, by the way. It always makes me smile whenever I see it. Even when you're not physically around, you still make me happy. Please, don't forget that.
Thank you, Sepchi. I'll do my best.
Oh. Maybe it's gonna be okay. I feel like I need to take a note, because whenever I go to do the VODs, I never know what to title them, because I forget everything that happened in the stream. I need to make a note that just says, note to self, call this stream lots of doubt. Doubt, lots of doubt. That's... Hold on. Title, stream VOD. Doubt. Lots of doubt. There we go. It's in the reminders. It's been about 2 weeks since that nightmare caused Sayori to have a breakdown. By this point in our relationship, I've really started to see what Mom warned me about. She warned me to save as much as I could. I didn't realize how bad the bad days would be. We've had a few therapy sessions since. I was hoping the sessions went smooth. As I was hoping, the sessions went smoothly. Well, as smoothly as they could go, I guess. Along with the doctor prescribing antidepressants, the therapist has given Sayori a diary, which she's meant to use by recording her happy and sad thoughts. You want views? I don't know if I want to go to bed because I can oversleep the ending. I mean, the VOD will be up eventually. So no, you can always come back. You can always catch back up. And plus, like, I like to think I do a pretty good job. Let me just pop this open real quick. I want to see it live. That's fair. But, like, look at this shit. The reason these Doki Doki VODs take so long to come out, right? Look at this. Stream start. Story recap. Fresh air. Going alone. Someone at the door. I go through and I like timecode everything. I timestamp everything in like snippets. I've been trying to do it in like 10 to 20 minute snippets, so that wherever you leave off at, you can get back there. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that chapter select. It's gorgeous. You can get to the start of the stream. You can skip to the story recap. Let's see. What's that? You left off at the Christmas party? Bam. Sefty room tour? That's here too. I skip ahead a bit. There we go. See? Sefty room tour. Yeah, I don't do this with all the VODs I do, with all the streams, but with the Doki Doki Blue Skies streams, I definitely do. I put in the effort to like timecode, to like timestamp and like name. I even name all the chapters. Clever names if I can. So fucking subscribe, damn it! It's good. It's really good. YouTube. Bam. Sub to it. By recording his sad thoughts, he's working with her to see whether those thoughts are supported by facts. Basically trying to challenge her depressive thinking. Join the Discord too, yeah. I'm no expert, but it looks to me like that's the kind of therapy she needs. It's not been as simple as it might seem, but to me it looks like steady but sure progress is being made. To say the least, it's a huge relief. She's also tentatively mentioned that she'd like to start going to the sessions alone, although she isn't quite at that stage yet. She said she'd see how she feels by the time the next one comes about. Still, it's been really interesting to see what therapy really entails. Definitely an eye-opening experience. On the other hand, I think the other club member girls are starting to get a little more suspicious. The club member girls. They wanted to say club members, and then they decided to say girls, and they just forgot to backspace that shit out. You don't need to You don't need to shout out me. We're already here. That doesn't help much. There have been a few days where Sayori's depressive moods became a little more apparent in school, and they were concerned for her. Still, Sayori maintained her walls. I felt bad about how in the dark the other girls were, but it isn't my position to say what's going on. Hopefully, Sayori will be comfortable telling them in her own time. Also, given that it's now February, I've had to pay a little more attention to school matters. Namely, the end of the semester next month. Sakurai has also been texting the students about their future plans. It's scary to think that next year is my final school year. He wants to see me after the lesson ends, so for what feels like the first time in forever, I've started to think about what I want to do after I leave school. He's gonna become a therapist. I'm calling it now. He wants to be a therapist. He's going to become a therapist in order to better help Sayori. As the bell rings, he calls me over. You have that same look that I had on my face when my homeroom teacher wanted to talk to me about post-school plans. I appreciate his use of humor in the situation. He's always been efficient at helping me. Something I need to learn to do in life, okay, that I never think about. I need to talk slower. I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. He's gonna quit the literature club and join the SFG fan club, but that's just... He's gonna start the SFG fan club because it's his fan club, but no one's gonna join it because everyone hates me. Yeah, it's something I need to learn to do in life. I need to learn to talk slower. I would stumble over my words way less if I just talked at a rate that my brain could keep up with. But this is just naturally how fast I talk, and so I have to, like, think about more. And it's like, I already have very little bandwidth as it is. Anyway, I will. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate his use of humor in this situation. You know, he's always been efficient at helping me feel at ease, especially in situations where I feel out of my depth. If you don't know what you want to do, I wouldn't worry about it too much. After all, you're just a second year, so you do have another year to figure it out. Having said that, do you have any idea at all? To be honest with you, sir, I haven't really given it much thought at all. The past 5 months have been really... Well, they haven't really given me much time to think about it. Well, let's try this from another angle. Does higher education interest you at all? Going to university? Or would you perhaps be more inclined towards finding a job as soon as you leave school? I paused for a moment to think, trying to recollect what my parents used to tell me when we had this conversation. University sounds good, though I'm not sure what I'd study. He nods approvingly. You'll definitely find it easier to land a job if you have a degree under your belt. That's good to know. Then all I have to do is pick a subject, I guess? I know it can be a little daunting, especially when you aren't sure. My advice would be to go with the subject you enjoy and do well in. Far from me to be biased, but you are a rather talented historian. I chuckle. What can you do with a history degree, though? The skills you get from a history degree can transfer to a lot of other fields. A lot of historians that I knew went to journalism, academia, teaching, or even the law. Obviously, I'm not biased in any way, but history is the best subject to study. My science teachers say otherwise, sir. He grumbles to himself. Those haughty-taughty scientists. If they could just pry themselves away from their Bunsen burners and glass vials for 5 minutes. Anyway, it's good that you've at least got a vague idea of what you want to do. There's no rush or anything. Just take some time to think about what you'd like to study at university. We can always have another discussion later. Will do, sir. Thank you. With the conversation over, I made my way to the club room for lunch. Hey, guys! Natsuki gives me a cut nod while Sayori gives me a wan smile. Oh, you feeling bad? The door opens once more and Yuri walks in. Sayori's already weak smile and wavers even further. She doesn't dislike her by any means, but it's clear that the jealousy is still an issue. No, please, not Monica. Yuri's a much bigger threat right now, Carlex. Focus! Focus! I sigh inwardly. I have no clue on how to solve that issue, given I don't think Sayori is willing to disclose her depression with Yuri. You could just talk to Yuri and tell her, like, you're not interested in her that way. Yes. Yes. Yes! As I pull out my food, I notice that Monica has barely greeted me. Her face is glued to a laptop with a terse look on her face. Everything alright, Monica? She finally drags her eyes off the screen and looks at me. It seems like she's only just realized I'm talking to her. So many no's. Slow down, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. I had to sort some important emails. How are you?
It's easy to spot from a mile off that her smile is forced. I decide not to push it. Not bad, not bad. Sakura was just talking to me about what my plans are after high school. I think it's common practice for all of the teachers to ask their students, given we're second years and the end of the semester isn't so far off. Ha! Bet that was fun. We don't have to bother with that stuff just yet. Lucky. I still don't really know what I want to do. I told him I wanted to go to university, but I can't really decide what I want to do. Starting to realize that I probably should have given this more thought.
That's a little irresponsible, Sepchi. Your future holds so much weight, and time flies by so quickly.
Laptop shit, that's bad news. I want to be a streamer and YouTuber. Harder than it looks, buddy. Look at me and my 2 viewers. My face heats up a little from the embarrassment. She's right, of course, but it seems like her judgment is coming out of nowhere. I look at Sayori, half expecting her to jump to my defense. She doesn't, though. Instead, she idly pokes at a spot at the table. The other girls look curiously at us. They can sense that something is up. 225. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. See, it's my depression, man. All I see is this low view count. I don't see the 5,588 views. I don't see the 226 followers or the 3 subscribers. More than I'll ever get. Stick with it, man. Just keep trying. I said before, Twitch is not necessarily a thing you can do just with hard work and succeed with it. Like, you have to actually be interesting. But, like, I do believe that it's a skill that you can practice. Some people have a natural talent for it, and obviously those people go way farther than everyone else. But even if you don't necessarily have the talent for it, I still think you can learn to do it. I've always believed that. It takes practice. The other girls look curiously at us. They can sense that something is up. I don't want to try too much attention to Sayori, so I try to deflect the curiosity. How about Yuri? Any ideas? I decided that I want to study Japanese literature at university. Fitting choice. Yuri smiles to herself. I suppose it comes as a surprise to no one. I can imagine it would be both an exciting yet daunting experience. University? Yes, on the one hand, there's the opportunity to meet many like-minded people, all with the same passion. I can be funny sometimes. Hey, just like me! Yet there's so much independence, especially if you opt for a university far from home. And with that independence comes a lot of responsibility, and I'd imagine a fair degree of uncertainty. Who knows what life will be like for all of us when we've left school? My question hangs in the air as the conversation lapses into silence. Monica mutters something under her breath. How about you, Monica? I'd imagine you've got a lot of choice, given how you excel in pretty much every subject. Coloring better than literature. Disagree. Hard disagree. But that's my brainwashing, not yours. Sorry, my trauma is showing. And my hunger is building. I need food. Wizard needs food badly. She finally closes the laptop lid with a sigh. I feel bad for Monica. I need a Monica route. I want a Monica route so badly. I seriously hope that in the plans for the Monica route, I didn't read them because I didn't want to spoil them for myself just in case they ever did, like, come around and, like, finish the Monica route. But I like to imagine if there is a Monica route, you get to look her dad in the face and be like, hey, fuck off. Oh, I just want it so bad. It'd be so funny. Like, I just want to help all of them. I wonder if there's a secret route where you're able to help all 3 of them to get along. Or all 4 of them, rather. Probably just the 3. Monica just gets put to the side like usual. I want to see that route. I want to see the whole route with Monica. There is like an extra route that you can do. It's not an extra route, but like it's like 3 extra scenes with Monica that you can do. But like I said before, we're saving those to the very end. Anyways,
My parents have been hounding me with the exact same question for months now. I'll probably take over their business.
there's a hint of what sounds like bitterness in her voice. Granted, I know very little about her life, well, at least anything beyond the surface level, so it's a little baffling.
We'll have to wait and see.
An awkward silence descends upon the room. Clearly, it isn't just me who detect Monica's slightly hostile tone. Luckily, Yuri breaks the silence. Are you alright, Sayori? You've been rather quiet. Oh, shit. No! No! Yeah, that's not like you at all. Even Monica glances over at Sayori's direction.
Oh, I'm fine. Just kind of tired, that's all. Don't worry about me.
The other girls don't look convinced in the slightest, but they don't have much chance to press her as the lunch bell rings. I remember being in their position last year, and boy, do I not envy them. God. Sayori Hampter. Hampter? As the end of the school day rolls around, I find myself wandering down the corridor waiting for Sayori to finish. Although, along the way, I bump into Monica. Am I gonna have the choice to tell Monica about this or not?
Hey, Sefji.
She keeps... Yep, it's coming. She keeps her voice low and quickly looks around before speaking. I can tell what she's going to ask me.
Is Sayori okay?
She'll be fine, just doing some stuff, that's all.
Compared to the last time she was acting up in school, you seem a lot less worried.
That was when I knew less about her. She narrows her eyes at me. I guess what I've said must have come across as pretty cryptic. Don't tell her, please. She will go DDLC Monica. As much as I want to tell her, I do feel like it's not my secret to tell. I think it would help Sayori, for sure, if they knew. I'm just not sure if Sayori would like it if I did. I think the more people you have supporting you, the better. I'm just not sure if I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do. This game makes you question everything I decide.
Okay. Well, let me know if we can help in any way, okay?
We?
The other club members. We're all friends after all, don't forget.
Oh, of course. What a stupid question, Sefji. It's appreciated. I'll see what Sayori thinks.
Okay then. Well, I'll see you later.
Well, I think Sayori is definitely more convincing than I am. She walks off, and after a couple of moments, Sayori comes out of her class.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay, let's go.
Do you know what was up with Monica?
Funny you mention her, because she just asked me what was up with you.
Oh. What did you tell her?
Just that you're dealing with some stuff. I didn't give her any specifics. They're worried about you, though. Have you considered telling them?
No, not really.
They're our friends, Sayori. They know something's up.
I know.
I can sense that this isn't a topic Sayori wants to discuss any further. Anyway, no. I don't know why Monica seems so snappy at lunch. She mentioned her parents, so they're probably being a bit overbearing. It must be difficult to maintain that model student image. When you're at the top, the only place to go from there is down. Juggling academics with sports and other extracurriculars must be really stressful. I don't know if she does it, to be honest. That's the thing. I don't know what she does. I felt a little sorry for Natsuki, though. The conversation kind of excluded her. I know for sure that when I was a first year, post-school plans hadn't even crossed my mind.
Yeah, I thought that too. Well, we'll make sure to include her next time.
Good shout. After dumping off things inside, I pull out my phone. I really should have talked to Mom a while ago, and I'm pretty sure she's going to make me feel bad about it. Hey, Mom. Ah, Sefji. Nice of you to remember that you have a mother. I winced slightly. I knew this was coming. I know. I really should have called you earlier. It's not that I didn't want to or anything. Anyway, Sayori's with me right now. Do you want to say hello? I'd love to. I press a button on my phone, which transforms the call into a video call. Okay, for a second there, I thought they were going to say, I press a button on my phone, which makes the the sound of my mom play out the speaker. You know, speakerphone. Hey! Aw, that's cute. They did a custom drawing just so that she'd be doing a selfie. My goodness, is that really you, Sayori? The last time I saw you, you were barely as high as a spoon. Sayori laughs shyly. I guess I am putting on the spot here a little.
Hi! It's really nice to see you again.
And you, dear. I hope Sefchi's been treating you well? I shoot Sayori a desperate look. This could be a perfect opportunity to enact some revenge for all the times I teased her.
Of course, he's been really good to me.
That's lovely to hear. Looks like my little prince has truly matured. From a little spoon to a big spoon. They share a laugh as I turn slightly red from embarrassment. Mom! Really? Little Prince? Hey, Prince is a very nice singer. That's a great compliment. Yeah, I keep losing the spoon's voice. I'm sorry, darling. I'm just so proud of you. Well, at least we've established what Sayori is going to be calling me for the next few days. They continue to giggle at my expense. He's always been like this, hasn't he? Quick. Was that Sayori or Mom? Yeah. Quick to tease others, but once they do it to him, he gets all huffy. Sayori, do not take her side. You're my girlfriend. She's trying and failing to keep a straight face. Okay, no more teasing. Sorry, I just had to get back at you. I just had to get you back for not calling me so long. Blah, blah, blah. How did your December exams go? I briefly described my results, along with Sakurai's comments. Well, that's reassuring to hear. I was wondering how you'd fare living by yourself, so I'm glad to hear that your academics are going well. Sakurai has a point, though. Your grades in math could be better, young man. Young spoon. When MC is talking to Mama Spoons, then gives MC's spoon accent. If I do that, he would just sound like Spoons. It would just sound the same. Sayori, you're gonna have to knock him into shape. He's always been bad with discipline. I snort in derision. And you're asking Sayori of all people to help me with that?
Hey!
Mom sighs dramatically. Sorry, Sayori. He can really mean sometimes, can't he? Must have got that from his father. You're becoming more like your father, Fox. There's an awkward silence. Things have been very rocky between Mom and Dad since the divorce. Oh, by the way, I've got some good news. We're almost finished dealing with this particular client, and I have no one else to deal with for the week. So I'm hoping to come and see you soon. My heart races. As much as I've loved being able to basically live with Sayori, seeing Mom again after so long would be really nice. That's awesome, Mom. I'm really looking forward to it. Plot Sakurai as MC Dad. I like the sound of that. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, how... She's cut short by the sound of someone calling her. It sounds pretty urgent. Aw, sad Mom. Oh, no. I was hoping I'd have more time to talk to you. Sorry, darling. I'm gonna have to go. We'll catch up properly, all three of us, when I come to visit you. Don't forget, it's Valentine's Day coming up really soon, and I want to hear all about how you've been treating Sarah like a princess for it. She laughs softly and waves goodbye.
I forgot how nice your mom is.
Yeah, she's always been such a good parent. She was a lifesaver back in November after our fight.
You're such a mommy's boy.
Hey!
It's a good thing. It's really cute.
I get the feeling you're mocking me, but because I know I can't win this battle, I'll reluctantly concede.
The Ice Queen wins again!
Just start singing. Let go. I'm sorry, everyone. I gave myself a headache with that. Man, you're a real clown, you know that?
True, but I'm your clown!
I prefer the one from that horror movie we watched with Yuri.
Such a charmer.
The rest of the day passes by relatively quickly. After finishing our homework, we spent the evening kicking back some video games. This has been a routine for a while now. Sayori coming over, we finish our homework, and then relax. It's simple, but effective. Is Sayori a 5-year-old? No, but she has an IQ of 5. I haven't said that joke in a while. I also haven't made any jokes about her being an arsonist since we got back. That's okay. Admittedly, I don't like that joke as much. I was kind of trying to force a long-term joke into the game. Didn't really work. Wasn't my favorite thing. I definitely thought it shined the most with the cops thing. We're surrounded by cops. There, what did you do? Did you light a fire?
No, maybe. You can't prove it.
It definitely shined the most in that moment, but like, I don't know. I felt like it was kind of forced overall. Anyway, it's simple but effective. I'm glad that we're both happy just to sit back and relax in each other's company. Then again, Sayori's never been a high-maintenance kind of girl. Watching her now, with her sky-blue eyes narrowed in concentration. God, I love her. Is now the right time to say it, though? What if she doesn't feel the same way? That'd be a little awkward, to say the least. Nah, now isn't the time. Oh, now we're doubting ourselves. I was curious, Sayori. What do you want to do after you finish school? You didn't say anything at lunch.
I don't really know.
She sighs.
I thought that going to therapy might be a good idea, but... No, forget it. It's a stupid idea.
Huh? It's not stupid at all.
It is. I don't know if I'd even be any good at it. I can't even help myself, so how can I help others?
You're good at keeping the spirits high in the club, at least. People appreciate having you around. It's definitely more comfortable in the atmosphere. I'm going to challenge myself now. I'm going to read at a slower pace and try to enunciate my words better. I'm just going to focus on that for a minute. All right, everybody? Cool. You're good at keeping the spirits high in the club, at least. People appreciate having you around, and it's definitely more comfortable in the atmosphere when you're there.
It's one thing to keep peace in a high school.
It really doesn't work, does it? My brain just doesn't work. It just doesn't function. Serious interests. You made this joke before. Let's see it again. Eating, sleeping, Beyblades, cops, dancing Polish cow, 12 condoms, Overwatch, CSGO knife, Minecraft kid, 55 oof. I don't even know what that last one is. Take it. No, I just now got the text. My grandma wanted my island, my Animal Crossing island. Actually, oh no. Oh, they're gonna yell at me. I think I deleted Animal Crossing. I still have the save file, but I archived Animal Crossing, so they're gonna have to wait for it to download. Oof, it's Roblox Death Zone. Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna hear back from them in like 5 minutes.
It's one thing to keep peace in a high school club, but helping people with really big problems as a therapist? You know, the really horrible things that people have to live with. It's a whole other story.
Have you mentioned it to your teacher at least? They might be able to point you in the right direction. She shrugs nonchalantly.
I haven't, no. Truthfully, I haven't thought about the future much.
Well, at least we're alike in that sense, although our reasoning forward is rather different.
We've got plenty of time, though, right?
Yeah, I guess we do. The conversation tails off in the silence. I think they meant to say trails off there. I suppose thinking about the future is quite difficult for Sayori, so I make a mental note not to push it. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's call it a night.
Can I be the big spoon tonight?
Someone in the chat's gonna ask for it, so I'll humor it. Can I be the big spoon tonight? Mom? Oh, I was wondering when we get our next laughing fit. 3 streams in. Alright. Here we go. Not sure how that'd work, but sure. It's so cute how they spend the night together. I love it. I love it so much. As Sakurai finishes explaining the morning's task and settles down to mark some papers, I find myself absent-mindedly fiddling with my pen. Pulling open my textbook, I flip to the relevant page. Suddenly, I'm aware of a poking sensation on my shoulder. Morning, Emmy. Surprised you weren't late today. Maybe it is good end. I hope so. I think we've still got a long ways to go before we get to the end. Again, this game is like fucking long. Hey, it's not my fault track practice ran for so long today. I mean, isn't it? Don't you decide how many laps you run? Semantics FG. This is not the voice she started with, but it's the voice I'm giving her now because I find it funnier. I chuckled to myself. If you say so. Anyway, you wouldn't happen to have any good Valentine's ideas, would you? Mom brought it up yesterday. I didn't realize how quickly Valentine's has come up around this year. My boyfriend only got out of a hospital a few days ago, so we're just taking things slow. Okay, I hate it now. I've come full circle. I think he mentioned wanting to take me out to tea house, though. Hospital? Is he alright? Yeah, just heart stuff. Anyway, what have you and Sayori got planned? And that's what I was asking you for. Neither of us have really mentioned doing anything for it. I've never done anything for Valentine's before, so I'm totally out of my depth here. Emmy giggles. There's a playful, mocking air to her laughter. She's your girlfriend, FG. Shouldn't you know her best? Yeah, but... relationships, man, they're confusing. Just ask her. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to be direct. The Blue Sky streams are only Carlix99 exclusive. Not always. They didn't used to be. I think the playthrough started up and stopped so many times that people just got tired of it, I think. And that's on me. Well, unless she's expecting a surprise from you, that is. Then, well, you're on your own there. Ha! Some help you are. What happened to female intuition? We can't give you all the answers, SefG. Sometimes you gotta work things out for yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot there's this guy named SefG100 who streams. Hey! Just when Carlix is saying these streams are Carlix exclusive. I don't think you've missed too much. You've missed like world building. But Sayori's been going to therapy. I think we're on the right path. We had a lot of doubt earlier, but I think we're doing okay. I think the main thing right now is that our friends in the club are starting to get suspicious that Sayori might be depressed. They know that she's depressed. They know that something's up. Anyway, what's the last line? Can't give you all the answers, so you just gotta work things out for yourself. Yeah, because me trying to figure out what the best thing to say and do in our relationship is going oh so well. Life's unfair. After class ends, I make my way to the club room. As I open the door, I realize it's just Natsuki inside. When was the last time I even spoke to her alone? Last playthrough. Hey. Afternoon. Listen, I need your help with something. She looks at me suspiciously. With what? It's like... Well, you're a girl, and thanks for noticing. You can't tell by the sound of my voice? And, well, where would a girl want to be taken for Valentine's Day? And how long have you known Sayori for? Why does this sound so familiar? Is it really a crime for me to ask for some Valentine suggestions? No, but at the same time, it's not complicated to figure out. A while, but in my defense, I've only been with her for, what, 2 months? I was thinking of, like, some kind of restaurant. I don't know which ones are good or not. Of course. Now it's gonna be a group thing. The door opens, and Monica and Yuri walk in.
What were you two talking about?
In case you guys haven't noticed it yet, because I sometimes realize it too, but I try to deny it. Emi's voice is basically the same as Monica's voice, only Monica gets the voice thing. I glanced desperately at Natsuki, hoping she doesn't expose me in front of everyone. Sefchi was asking me where she'd take his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. Of course she would, I groan. Jeez, when you put it like that! I just need some pointers, that's all. The door opens a second time, and Sayori wanders in. If it were down to me, I wouldn't even bother. Valentine's is pointless, all that sappy stuff. Yuck. Knowing what we know, it's funny. So I'm playing GS2 at the moment. I played for over 5 hours today because free time. Hey. That's healthy. I wish I could still play this game for 5 hours at a time. Remember when we were doing a Natsuki playthrough and I would play this game for like 4-hour chunks all the time? That was great. That was awesome. Anyways, all that sappy stuff? Ugh. People hugging and kissing in public, giving each other sappy cards. No thanks. It's quite a romantic day, though. People telling their partners how much they mean to them, all the little gifts, the thoughtfulness. Yeah, it's great if you like that, but keep it away from me. Something else I don't get is that Valentine's is supposed to be a day where you show your love for your partner, blah blah blah. But aren't you meant to do that every day? The classic talk of someone who is a single person. Thought so. So it's safe to say that Cupid didn't shoot you with any arrows this year then, huh? She glanced at me as Sayori giggles.
We all know you're a softy at heart, not spooky.
Am not!
There's nothing wrong with admitting it! Just wait until you get a boyfriend.
She did, last playthrough. As we're digging into our food, Monica taps me on the shoulder. Tell me more.
I think I might have a solution to your crisis.
Colin, you ever thought about checking out Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? It has basically nothing to do with the Metal Gear plot, and it's made by Platinum Games. I do like Platinum Games. I am a big fan of Nier Automata. By the way, for our next big playthrough, I think a Nier Automata playthrough, I really want to do a Nier Automata playthrough, but it's such a long game. It's a really good game, though. In fact, you know what? Next follower goal. We'll say, I don't remember if we have a goal for 300 followers or not, but I think at 300 followers, we're playing Nier. Someone clip that for me so I remember. I'll clip it. Bam. Anyway, I'm starting to get hungry.
I think I might have a solution to your crisis.
Oh? It's on Steam, PS3, and Xbox 360. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm a fan of beat-em-up games. You guys know me. I love just mindlessly pushing buttons. It's like the perfect game for me to stream, too, because I could probably give more commentary. That's assuming that... Or I'll just reveal that I have an empty brain, head empty, no thoughts, and nothing to ever say. One or the other.
There's a really nice restaurant in town that I went to last year with the Bake Club. It's called the Amber Beehive, and their food is really good. It's a little on the formal side, though, so you probably have to wear something smart. See if Sarah has a dress or something.
Seems kind of sophisticated. Would they take a bunch of teenagers?
Of course they would. Why wouldn't they?
Well, the formal dress code and all, wouldn't we feel really out of place? Sorry, I'm just well, as you can see, new to dating and all that.
It's okay. Don't overthink it, though. Just see it as a fancy date, that's all. I'm sure Sayori would like it as well. I think the music will really suit the atmosphere. Pretty jazzy.
Thanks then. I'll look into it tonight.
That's okay. Sayori will be impressed. And don't worry, I won't tell her you got the idea from me.
You're a lifesaver, Monica.
Don't mention it. Oh, I forgot to say. I'm sorry for snapping at you at lunchtime yesterday. Parents.
That's okay. I imagine you had a lot on your plate. Besides, you've rescued my Valentine's Day, so you've redeemed yourself.
It's good to hear. By the way, you can never go wrong with fried squid.
Duly noted. Maybe I'll be able to salvage this Valentine's after all. So, what are our Valentine's plans? Sayori?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was spacing out. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really given it much thought.
Oh, I'm glad it isn't just me. I was worrying you'd have expected me to have something planned. What, with this being my first relationship and all, I'm hardly experienced in that department. She giggles softly at my sheepishness.
Don't worry about it, Sefchi. We can just play it by ear tomorrow.
Wing it, eh? Yeah, that sounds more like me.
Anyway, I've been really lagging behind with my homework. I've got a lot to do. So do you mind if we don't spend this evening together?
Well, this is convenience. Now I can look up bookings for the restaurant without giving away the surprise. Oh, sure. I was just about to say the same thing, actually. I'll see you tomorrow, then?
Okay. See you later, Sefchi.
She gives me a quick kiss and heads off inside. Uh-oh. As I settle into the sofa, I quickly notice that the living room lights are on. There's also some sound coming from the kitchen. That's weird. There's no reason for anything to be making noise in the kitchen, and I always turn the lights off in the living room before I go to school. In an attempt to stop the sudden bouts of panic, I force myself to rationalize the situation. It can't be a burglar, because they wouldn't make this much noise. So that must mean... Hello? Anyone here? A familiar voice greets me back. Sefchi, is that you? Mom! A huge grin forms on my face as I spot my mom emerging from the kitchen, a warm smile on her face. I rush forward and embrace her. It feels so good to have her back. I didn't know you were coming today! I wanted to keep it a surprise, dear. We let go and she looks me over. I'm so sorry that you've been alone for so long. I tried so hard to come back earlier, but Miss was having none of it. Spoons are selling like hotcakes, you know how it is. It's okay, I'm just glad you're here now. I sniff the air. Something smells delicious. Stop tempting me with food, game. I'm starving. Okay. We're like an hour and a half into this. I'm gonna go ahead and pause for just a moment. I'm not gonna throw out the break thing. I'm just gonna put my face cam. I'll let the music play in the background. I'm just gonna snack on this for a minute. I have almost burned through all these goldfish. Like a fat man. Sure. Hang on. As my fucking frame rate dies. Parenthesis. Oops. Taking a break. Well, I'll say taking a snack break. Here we go. Okay. Alright, what do you guys want to talk about? We could talk about this. Okay, so remember a while back, when the frame rate died, I remember a while back when I said that I had an idea for a D&D character that I liked a lot. There's a BJ song. Look up Epic Birthdays. Epic birthday song. You'll find a couple. Oh geez, we're dropping all the frames. Holy shit. We just dropped like 1,000 frames right there. And we're still dropping them. Hell, wow. Wow. Wow! Wow. So, I'm in the Big Shells raid, and I got to a place, and I need something to pass, but the game expected that I have that, so now I'm fucking stuck! Restart, dude. Reload last checkpoint. Why are we dropping so many frames? What the hell? What the fuck? The stream is basically at a standstill, according to this. Jesus Christ. And it's still not getting better. That's scary. Why am I cursed? And fucking Twitch Inspector isn't working either, of course. Show me the fucking chart, damn it! Let me refresh this page. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I love seeing that. Hang on, let me take a snapshot of this real quick. You get snipping tool. Just rectangular snip, new. You know, tosses up on the screen. This is what the stream. This is the frame rate for the stream right now. It's just this. God, we dropped so many frames. Is it stabled out now? Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's still kind of. Yeah, it's still really unstable. Ah, I hate when this happens. Can you guys still hear me? Okay? Do I at least sound okay? As long as I sound okay, I'm fine with it. You know, life is livable. Life will move on. But if you can't hear me, then we have a problem. Okay. Bitrate's still looking shifty, but it looks like it's leveled out. I can hear you. Good. Just a really long freaking delay, apparently, for some reason. Apparently. Okay, so let me talk about this before I forget. Alright, so, like I was saying a second ago, I asked you guys if you remember, I'm dropping more frames. I think I just dropped more frames. And I already have water. Do you guys remember when I talked about how I had a cool idea for a D&D character? And there's a huge delay, so I'm just going to pretend that everyone's saying, yeah, we do! I came up last night. I came up with an idea for another one. And it's actually like it's a really solid idea. I spent a good couple hours brainstorming it. And I'm actually going to go for it. I've already talked to some friends who know D&D stuff about helping me. And they're going to help me make a character. So yeah. I don't have a campaign to do with it. But, like, you know, I'm going to have a character. It'll be cool. I don't want to say too much about the character, though. Until maybe after it gets made. Maybe. Just in case it ends up being, like, a stream thing. Can I send you something, Seth G?
I mean, you won't be able to see it because the frame rate keeps dropping to shit show levels. Yeah, if you send me something, I'll watch it probably after the stream. Something from like Rising Revengeance. Then don't, because Konami, I've noticed, they hate people playing their shit for content. They're not a fan. I'll get yelled at by YouTube. By YouTube-kun. Twitch Inspector still not working. Twitch Inspector is still being a piece of shit. Okay, we've leveled out back to normal. We've only had one dip since the big dip. Okay, we're fine. Let's continue. Oh, all right then. Yeah, Konami sucks. Yeah, like I played. No, actually, no, it wasn't Konami that I was thinking of. Capcom. I played the Resident Evil 7 trailer, right? When we were watching, we were reacting to something, and they literally claimed not the song like I thought they would. They claimed the trailer itself. Fuck you, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I love that, dude. I actually do love that. It's great. Yeah. Alright, let's get a little bit further. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, but I wanna, since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, canonically in game, I think we get through Valentine's Day and see what happens, and then we go from there. Break time's over. Back to the game. Action. I sniff the air. Something smells delicious. But anyways, yeah, I have a really cool character idea that I've started working on, and I will tell you guys more information about her. Yes, her. If it becomes relevant. Are you making something? Yes, teriyaki, one of your favorites. You're the best, seriously. Always nice to be reminded. It's almost ready. I'll give you a hand. She ruffles my hair. It's okay, sweetheart. My treat for you. There isn't much left to do anyway. I thought legit Valentine's Day was tomorrow, and I was like, shit! No. It's still January, my dude. We still got a long ways to go. Are you sure? Positive. It's only as I'm wolfing my food down that I realize how hungry I am. Mom's cooking has always been incredible, too. Yeah, it's only when I get on stream that I realize how hungry I am. Enjoying yourself, I see. Can you blame me? I haven't met anyone who can cook better than you can. Actually, that is like nature versus nurture, I think. Because Mom's home-cooked meals are what you eat all the damn time as growing up, and so you're just inclined to enjoy them. Sociology. She laughs heartily. That's the wrong voice. Everyone in spoons. She laughs heartily. So, let's have that long way to catch up. Tell me about how everything's been. Tell me about how everything has been since you joined that club. I finish eating and push my plate away. Sighing contentedly, I pat my stomach. Well, as you know, it all started when I saw Sayori on the sidewalk. Once I start, it's almost impossible to stop. There's so much to say, so much to describe. Now that we aren't limited by short phone calls, I can finally go into detail into what life's been like since September. After describing the first few days, Alright, I'll head out. Okay, see ya, Carlix. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I know it's late for you. Remember, son, the VOD's on YouTube. After describing the first few days, I recall how the festival went. She shakes her head as I recall how those inconsiderate pricks acted. Hey, that's my word! I say that! Unbelievable. Some people just have absolutely no respect for spoons. No kidding. The worst part was that it caused Natsuki and Monica to have a really bad argument. I quickly go over that, not wanting to dwell too much on the fight. It's still something I'd rather forget. Mom smiles as I recount how my feelings for Sayori started to blossom. Oh, and then there was Halloween. We all dressed up, broke into school, wrote some spooky poems, and summoned a Shinto spirit. You did what now? Dressed up? Not that. Wrote some spooky poems? You know what I'm referring to. Shinto? Oh, the breaking the school thing. She doesn't look very impressed. Come on, Mom! It was just a bit of harmless fun! Don't mention the alcohol. Didn't you say you called a spirit over? Okay, maybe not entirely harmless then, but for what it's worth, we all had fun, and it was a really nice bonding experience. She sighs in her breath. Teenagers these days get their enjoyment from the weirdest things. Okay, so maybe playing around with the Ouija board wasn't a great idea. Ouija board? Luigi board. Wildweg board. But hey, it'll be a good story for my kids, right? If you say so, Sefchi. Anyway, so then when November rolled around, the rest of the evening rolls around. We've both had a lot to talk about, and the time has really flown. She yawns. Well, it definitely sounds like you've had a hectic past few months. Girls, Secret Santas, Shinto ghosts, girls. What a mix. Spoons. Anyway, I'm still quite tired from my flight, so I'm going to have an early night. I'll be around for a while, so we can always carry on tomorrow. Yeah, sure thing. I've got a lot of homework to be getting on with anyway, so that's fine. Good boy. I love you, Sefchi. Love you too, Mom. See you tomorrow. Legs starting to hurt a little bit. After grabbing a drink from the kitchen, I walk over to my bag and pull out the relevant textbooks. Let's get this over with. Just as I'm about to begin, I feel my phone buzz.
Out of this house, Homewrecker! Out of this house! Be gone, evil spirit! Out of this house! I have a cross in my hands, it's invisible, you can't see it. Out of this house!
I'm just gonna mark that for a second. Evil Homewrecker. Pay no mind to the boob lady. She only serves to thrust them in the middle of your relationship. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, Yuri, you fucking homewrecker. Okay. Evening, Sefchi. Do you have any plans for this evening? Yeah, sorry, Yuri. I have a lot of homework to be getting on with. Oh, what do you have to do? Perhaps I could help you out? No. I pause with my fingers hovering over the screen. Sayori never said that I couldn't hang out with Yuri, and I don't think that she's the controlling type. But even though I know I'm not doing anything inherently wrong by spending time with Yuri, I can't help but feel like it makes Sayori's jealousy worse if I did. But then again, I did say that it'd help Yuri out with her loneliness. Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. Although this was before I knew the impact it would have on Sayori. Ah. Thank God, I didn't want to have to choose. Nah, it's okay. There's a lot to do, but I think I can handle it. Thanks, though. There's a pause in her reply. It's okay, Sefchi. I hope you have a pleasant evening. I can't help but feel guilty as I put my phone away. I hope she doesn't think I'm ignoring her. Given her personality, it's definitely possible. Why can't this just be simple and not so complicated? You'd think that my first relationship life would be nice and not throw me into the deep end. That's how all first relationships go. They're destined to end in tragedy. I mull it over as I finish the rest of my homework.
I climb into bed, feeling exhausted. Today wasn't a taxing day, at least physically. From a mental perspective, it's a whole other story. I still wish that I could do much more for Sayori, and the uncertainty on how to deal with Yuri isn't helping. You can't save the world, man. You can't do it. Still, it's nice to know that I'm not alone in the house. It'll probably be worth talking to Mom about the whole situation with Sayori tomorrow. I probably should have talked to Mom a little more. She's been in my exact same position before. Ah, well, better late than never, right? We're getting close to the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna move on a little bit faster. I wake up the next morning to the sound of activity coming from downstairs. I almost forgot that Mom was an early riser. That's something I definitely didn't inherit from her. I yawn and stretch, checking the time. Huh. 10 a.m. Looks like it isn't so early after all. Morning, Mom. You're up early. Very funny. I've been up before noon loads of times, actually. Looks like you really have changed while I've been gone, huh? Rolling my eyes at her little jab, I noticed the abundance of food on the kitchen table. So, it's Valentine's Day today. What have you got planned with Sayori? Are you gonna give us spoons? You should give us spoons. Whoops, I forgot to read that. Taking a seat, I opt for the jam toast. I don't know. Monica mentioned this fancy restaurant in town, so I thought I'd take Sayori there. Which one? Amber Beehive, I think it's called? Amber Beehive. She said it's jazzy, leans on the formal side too. Ah, yes, I know it now. Monica has good taste, Sayori will love it. Good, good. We could do with a nice day after everything that's happened so far. Oh, everything okay? The look in her eyes right there, genuinely it's like so concerned. I don't know, it hit me in a weird way just now. I don't like that. It was like, it's like when Mom worries about you. I don't know why. That was just the eyes in this game have never been a huge deal with me before, but that right there just like hit me really hard. Dude, MGS2, whenever you get caught, is so tense. Like, you either hide or get fucked, and I mean that the fast kind of fucking. Good to know. It is a stealth game, so you know. Not getting caught is the point. Oh, everything okay? We can talk about it when I. It's getting late. We can talk about it when I get back, if that's okay. I kind of want to focus on the positives today. Of course. It'll be a great day, don't you worry. She smiles encouragingly at me. I can feel the sleep deprivation setting in. Maybe I'll go to sleep early tonight, and by that, I mean I'm going to stay up until 2 a.m. again and have to wake up at 6. Like I always do. I hope so. Anyway, what are you going to do today? Well, it's been such a long time since I've been home that I've almost forgotten what free time feels like. This country and its work ethic. Anyway, I figured I could start with some housekeeping. You've let this place get a little dusty and messy, young man. Sorry, it's never been my strong suit. Tell me about it, dude. Oh, look, another frame drop. Oh, boy. Lovely. Love to see it. There's also some business things I have to sort out, but thankfully I can do those on my laptop. Ever since we learned how to digitize spoons, business has been booming. Even when you're at home, you can't really catch a break, can you? She smiles ruefully. Adult life, Sefchi. Now, haven't you got a certain someone to see? I'm on it. After freshening up and shooting Sayori a text, I make my way over to her house. Hey, Sayori. Is there music? Or is it just really quiet? It's just quiet. Okay. We said it last time, too. Silence in this game scares the shit out of me. Lean back a little bit, get comfy. It's getting kind of late for me. She's on the bed, sitting up. There's a pen and paper in her hands, and it looks like she's writing a poem.
Hi, Sefji.
What do you want to do today, then?
About that.
I have a feeling.
This must be really disappointing to hear, so I'm sorry.
What's up?
I'm not really in the mood to hang out today.
Oh, no. No.
There's just some things that I need to think about, and I don't want to be distracted. It's nothing personal.
I try my best to fight off the sinking feeling of disappointment. That's cool. Don't worry about it, okay? Just give me a shout if you want to talk, alright? You know where I am.
I know it's Valentine's today, so it's really selfish of me, but
It's fine, really. Not selfish at all. I'd much rather you did what you wanted to do instead of you feeling that you have to come out or anything. We can always hang out another day.
thank you, Sefchi. You've always been really understanding.
It's the least I can do. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Well, that changed things a bit. I'm a little downhearted. I know Sayori loves romance, and today would have been the perfect day to show her how much she means to me. Granted, the decision's been made. At least I can talk it over with Mom. Mom's sitting at the kitchen table, beavering away on her laptop. She looks surprised. You're back early? I slide into the chair opposite her. Yeah, Sayori doesn't really feel like hanging out today. Said there's some stuff she needs to think about, so I left her to it. I bury my face in my hands. When Mom speaks, her tone is gentle. It's not easy, is it? It really isn't. I know you warned me about it, and I thought I was prepared, but I never really know what to do. I like to think that I'm making a positive difference, but I don't know anymore. What makes you doubt that? Well, she kind of snapped at me once when I told her how I knew how she felt. Said that I couldn't possibly know what depression feels like, and that my words are just empty. But she also says that it's helpful having me around, and that me just being able to listen does make a difference. So I really don't know. For what it's worth, darling, you're doing your best, and that's all we can ask for. Take today, for example. You wanted to spend the day with her, right? Take her to a nice restaurant. You're looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. But even though she wasn't up for it, you didn't get angry at her or hold it against her. You were understanding and let her do what you wanted to do. That's precisely the kind of patience and understanding I was talking about back in November. She said it herself. She values having you around, and whether you realize it or not, you have made life that much better for her. Nah, I've made it worse in some ways. How so? I forgot to tell you. You know Yuri, right? We went Christmas shopping with each other in December, and I saw her in the park once after Sayori and I had a falling out. We've grown a little closer, and Yuri confided that she's really lonely. I agreed to spend more time with her, and totally didn't factor in how Sayori would feel about it. Ah, jealousy. Jealousy, I assume? Yeah, I'm an idiot. How did I realize that would happen? I was so inconsiderate. Not inconsiderate at all, sweetie. Your heart's always in the right place. You just wanted to help a friend in need, and there's nothing wrong with that. But now I'm in this really weird situation. I want to spend time with Yuri because I hate the thought of her being lonely, but I don't want to make Sayori feel any worse. Sayori didn't tell me that I couldn't hang out with Yuri or anything. She's not like that at all. I sigh. And I can't tell Yuri about why I can't hang out with her because I don't want her to find out about Sayori's depression. Girls. Mom laughs softly. She puts a reassuring hand on my shoulder. Well, let's try looking at this from another angle. She's agreed to try therapy, right? How's that going? When I was there, it was going well, I guess. Her therapist is really nice, never insensitive with his questioning, and she's working well with him. She's on antidepressants now, and she started going to therapy sessions alone. That's excellent news, sweetie. That's a really big step to make, so the fact she's made it is really promising. From my own experience, that independence is really important. You can't always be there for your partner, and in the end of the day, they're the one who has to learn to deal with their depression. When I was dating Shinji, we found that his depression was easier to manage after he had attended a few sessions by himself. You said that she has a really good therapist, so have faith, darling. It's a long, slow process,
but it sounds like she's made good progress already. Sheesh, Mom, you sound like a psychologist yourself. Well, I did take some psychology modules while I was at university, you know. My experience with depression really opened my eyes to mental health. I fucking called it! Funny you mentioned that, because I was considering going into psychology at university. Sakurai was asking me about my future plans. Well, if it's what you're interested in and your grades are good enough, I'd encourage you to, Sefchi. Especially in a country like this one, which has some pretty unhelpful attitudes when it comes to mental health. Yeah, it seems like a good choice, right? I've still got time, but I figured it'd be helpful to start thinking about my post-school plans now. She nods approvingly. That was Mom's voice. She nods approvingly. Yes, that's definitely a smart thing to do. What about the other girls? After I fill her in, she fits back. She sits back, looking thoughtful. I can really see where I got my reflective side from. My inner monologuing side. You'll all have to study really hard next year. That exam that you take at the end of the high school is so important in determining which university you get into. If in case you couldn't tell, guys, the sleepiness is getting to me just a little bit. I'm feeling a little groggy. Yeah, so I've heard. Sakurai mentioned it too. But you're a bright boy, so I know you can do it. Of course, with me raising you, you could hardly go wrong, could you? My little spoon. That made me feel weird. I shouldn't have said it like that. That made me feel awkward. We share a chuckle. Mama's always been really good at making me feel safe and secure. And this wand has always been good at making my throat feel better. Thanks, Mom, for everything. I don't know where I'd be without you. Nothing to thank me for. I'm your mother. It's my job. Seriously, having you around again has made such a difference. I just wish you could be around more often. Me too, Sefchi. Me too. I always felt guilty being so far away from home, especially when you were struggling to deal with Sayori. It's not your fault. Life wasn't exactly going to be easy after the divorce, was it? You're doing your best. Isn't that exactly what I said to you just now? I see you inherited my positivity. Sayori called me a mama's boy, funnily enough. Well, she isn't wrong now, is she? I grin. Nope. Anyway, I was thinking we could go for a walk to town. There's a really nice cafe that one of my work friends recommended. It'll be good to get out of the house. The fresh air will do good too. Can we swing by that restaurant Monica recommended? I just want to see what it's like, you know? Just in case I want to take Sayori there another day. Of course we can. White Day's only a month away, so who knows? Perhaps you'll spend the day there. I'd forgotten about White Day! You typically get a lot of chocolate, so it's one of my favorite days. Ah, so there you were, berating me for gorging on chocolate when it's you that I got my sweet tooth from. Your genetics! You did this. You did this. I hope you've been eating healthily while I've been away, young man. Have you ever heard that phrase? What you don't know won't hurt you? I'll take that as a no then. Ignorance is bliss, Mom. You should consider yourself lucky that Sarah doesn't expect you to cook her food, Sefchi. Funny you mention that, actually. Natsuki's really into food, so if I dated her instead... Alternate timeline. Man, she'd grill me. No pun intended. She laughed softly, shaking her head. Okay, I think we stop here today, guys. We made some crazy progress. We started on page 3 today. Dang. Damn! Yeah, alright. Oh. I was kind of hoping for more, I don't know, like, ending feeling. Whoops. To the game. It's okay, we saved, so we're good. Shit. Just quit out. Thank you. Okay. I was hoping for more ending feeling end for today's stream, like we had for the past 2. Hey.
Damn, son, where'd you find those? Find those what? Yeah, it's like the last two streams had like really good stopping points. I feel like this one was just kind of okay. But that I think does signal that we're getting close to the end of the game, though. Because right around the time Mom came home last time in Natsuki's playthrough was when things started to wrap up. All right, this has been a stream.
There's a fucking frog in my throat.
What are those? Look at the frame drops. Oh boy, I love them. Boy, howdy, I sure do. Yep. All right. Anyway, what do we need to talk about here real quick? So first off, the stream manager is really far behind. Even after I refresh the page too, is it just really delayed? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay. I was just sitting there staring at myself, waiting for myself to react, and I'm like, oh, I'm watching myself. All right, anyway, I'm just gonna move this over here for a second. All right. Once again, just as a reminder, not this Friday, but next Friday at 7, karaoke stream. It's happening. If you want to hear me sing in a nice, pleasant voice, you should pop into the stream on that day. And also, as a reminder, it will not be archived because copyright's a bitch.
Frogs.
I'm not gonna archive it because copyright's a bitch. I might talk to someone about maybe like cutting it down, like just the songs, like cutting out the songs from the stream, and then I'll find a place to put those separately in like a Google Drive or something. I'll make like an alt Google Drive account or something and put them up there for people to listen to after the fact. But the stream itself is not being archived. It's gonna be a 5-song set with one of the songs being viewer requested. I think I'm losing my voice, man. Nah, it's just a frog. It's just gunk. Yeah. Karaoke stream Friday at 7. It's gonna be cool. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Excuse me. I don't think there's anything else to talk about, to discuss. So, you know, follow me on Twitch and hit the little bell so you know I'm going live. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because, you know, I'm pretty neat and I post all my VODs up there. So if you missed part of this stream, you can go back and get caught up. Also, you can join the Discord because that's where that's primarily what I use to talk to people, and I always try to announce what I'm streaming on the day, at least like an hour before the stream starts. And then you should follow me on Twitter because I sometimes post things and it's funny. And yeah, I don't know how to say goodbye, so I'm gonna go. But I forgot to find someone to host. We're gonna do that first. Who's hosting today? Who's streaming today? Daisy's streaming. Dizzy's doing a stream. And so's Fleur64. I'll host Flurry. Why not? Alright, I'll send you guys over to Flurry. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate it. Once the... I said I would before, and I'll try to keep to this promise for once. I know I'm not great at keeping promises, but once the sort of like Blue Skies week that we're having right now ends, I will try to mix in like more like afternoon, evening streams during the week. So like sometimes I'll stream in the afternoon, sometimes I'll stream in the evening. You know, mix up a little bit just so that more people can come and hang out. I'm definitely thinking about doing Ring Fit in one of the time slots. That just seems like a lot of fun. And I gotta get in shape. But yeah, I still can't say goodbye. so I'm gonna go now. Thank you all for watching. And in a few minutes, I'm gonna send you all the flurry. Yeah. Bye-bye.